you guys doing? Welcome to episode 464. I want to welcome to the Throttle Club Two-Leg Care. Thanks for joining the Throttle Club. You guys, if you join it, you get access to all the extra content on YouTube as well as HarleyLiberty.com. Make sure that you guys, when you're joining the Throttle Club, you email me so I can give you all the information on HarleyLiberty.com, articles, all that type of stuff that nobody else gets to see. Don't forget to join the Discord server, man. We're having a ball over there. Everybody is communicating with each other. You got voice, you got freaking text, you got freaking video, everything over there, man. So it's pretty cool seeing everybody utilizing the service. Having fun over there, no censorship whatsoever. There are just a few rules. Go through the welcome channel and you can see the rules. We got pics of bikes, titties, everything you want over there, man. Stuff you can't put on other social media platforms, to say the frickin' least. Today is Trump's last day in office. I'm sitting there hoping and praying that he pardons Assange, but I guess he's getting a lot of pushback from the swamp. Go figure. You know what? Julian Assange is a champion for free speech, and especially what's going on now. More than ever, he needs to pardon him. If he don't, I'm going to think he's a coward. I'm sorry. That's just the way I'm going to think right there. Also, don't forget Odyssey, man. We drop one video a week over on Odyssey at Insane Throttle, as well as our other platforms. Today, we're going to be talking about the future of motorcycles, man. Holy cow. You know what got me thinking about that was Russ's, not actually, it wasn't Russ. It was one of the Hall of Famers that I covered in yesterday's episode, how the father, brother, uncles, you know, as young as 6, he was working on motorcycles and bicycles and stuff. So that got me wondering what the future of everything holds. I have to admit, a lot's changed. For me, a lot has changed. But how much more will it change in the future? Right now, sport bikes are the in thing, and I have to admit, them kids know how to ride, man. They do stuff that us older guys would never be able to do. Never be able to do. You know, the wheelies, the freaking, all the tricked out stuff, man, the tricks, you know, they're damn good. You got to give them their due. Problem is, they don't adhere, you know, and I'm not talking about all of them. I don't want to lump everybody together, but they don't adhere to a lot of the norms, man. They're weaving in and out of traffic. We did a story yesterday where, you know, two of them got mad, you know, the shorts and the Hawaiian shirts guys. They got mad, started beating a guy, made bikers look very, very stupid. I get it, you know, there's road rage, but damn, man, the old days, you just pull out some ball bearings out of your pocket and let it go at that. You didn't sit there and beat on people, man. What the hell is wrong with you? So, looking into the future, you know, and we're going to concentrate our efforts on the future of motorcycles themselves. There's some tricked out stuff coming out, man. They're doing a lot of prototypes right now, and on the podcast platforms, if you're going to want to see the first segment, what I'm talking about, I'll give the best information I can for the radio part, but you're going to want to come over and check it out. The one video, I really like this channel. See, what everybody, and I hope you guys start understanding, yes, I love doing biker news. I love covering what's going on in the scene. But my true love is the technology of motorcycles. And I love rallies and rally picks and all that stuff. The camaraderie and all that. I love that stuff. But I really love focusing all my attention on my off time when I'm not doing biker news on what's happening in the manufacturer world. I know a lot of guys just go out there and buy bikes. They really don't dig into what the manufacturers are doing, what's coming out. Or they don't, and I always complain about this, they don't know the history of everything. They don't know the pioneers within the scene. You know, a lot of the pioneers right now are in their upper 80s, you know, mid 70s, upper 80s, and all that stuff. And they're dying off. And they're the ones that were really the trailblazers of what we see today, what's involved into today. And just like the future, man, say 50 years from now, it'd be all us that were trailblazers. You know, we be pushing up daisies and stuff, but, you know, what we do now is going to set the tone for the future. Now, each generation thinks the other ain't doing it right, which, you know, I have to agree with, man. The way I looked at stuff is a lot different than somebody younger than me is going to look at this. There's a lot more, how can I say it, tree hugging going on nowadays, where they don't understand the past, especially when it comes to clubs. They don't know, and you know, this protocol I'm talking about has nothing to do with MC stuff, but protocol of decent riding, man. You don't bring attention to yourself. You don't give bikers a bad name, because all that does is give us more damn trouble with the lawmakers. You know, now I don't consider them bikers, but these ATV dirt bike riders that get in all these groups, they start harassing people, driving all stupid and stuff, and that gives their sport a bad name. Now, I totally agree there has to be more areas where you can ride ATVs and dirt bikes. Here in Illinois, there's like nowhere to do it, man. Nowhere. And that's one thing, you know, get some private investment going and get some private tracks and private trails, that'd be awesome. That'd be a good first start. Or get some legislation passed at the state level where they can put some land aside to use for the sport. And you wouldn't have all this craziness. But I also believe that some of these restrictions that they put on dirt bikes, ATVs, and all that good stuff on streets is just ridiculous, man. If it's freaking, it has a headlight, has a place to put a plate on it, man, why can't people, and they can keep up the speed, why can't they use it? Why can't they use it, you know, on road? That's one thing that really stinks. Now, if you're out west or you're out south where you have places to ride or you don't have these draconian laws, that's cool. But a lot of states, like, say, Florida, it's very populated, and they don't have them kind of opportunities. You know, the flat track racing, or not the flat track, but the racing on the beaches in Daytona, that's at events and stuff, yeah. But what about the rest of the year? Illinois, again, don't have hardly anywhere. I don't know about Wisconsin much. I haven't checked their laws. But I think there has to be something that changes, and it's only going to change on the state level. So the future of motorcycling looks like it's going to be electric. Yes, it looks like it's going to be electric, especially in the next 4 years under this administration. You know, I'm only seeing him for 1 year, then another one's going to take over. But they're going to really be pushing electric motorcycles. You know, you already got the king of the cars, Tesla and stuff. But is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? Now, I'm probably going to catch a lot of hell. I love my gas engines, man. But I have to admit, if they get the freaking mileage up to where you can go a long distance and a shorter charging time, electric motorcycle's pretty damn cool. The Livewire, I'm a Zero fan. I love Zero. They have a great product. They're leading the industry in electric bikes. And I think they're going to be a major powerhouse. The problem with Harley is you're paying for their brand. That's what you're paying for. They probably sell tons of motorcycles if they just get the price point right. But they're too busy trying to satisfy all the freaking investors and stuff, and I get it. You know, the worst thing they ever did was go in public instead of private, but that's just my opinion. You know, I ain't running a company, but you do see that they're literally in last place in sales and stuff if you follow that kind of stuff like I do. But I don't think, you know, if they improve the live wire's range, they improve the batteries, I think it has a shot if they lower it down. They got to compete against Zero, man. And they're not doing that whatsoever. They thought that the live wire was going to actually be the bike that got Harley Davidson out of its troubles. I get that it was targeted for the urban areas. Problem is, the ones that are going to ride it in the urban areas can't afford $30,000 for that bike. And it's funny, man. Bikes are just freaking up there with the prices of trucks and cars. I think it was Itchy Mode. He's a real good deal. He's an old timer and stuff. He was talking about it's just like having a second mortgage on some of these bikes, and a Harley Davidson at that. Most people ask me what you should grab and stuff. I'm sorry, but I push a lot of Suzuki products because I love Suzuki. Then you got Yamaha. But their technology is far in advance of what Harley Davidson's doing. So we're going to take a check on this video real quick. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm just going to, you know, give a little commentary on it, the way it looks. We'll see what we do from there. Let's get going. Okay, here we go. This is the 10 future motorcycles you must see by the Magnum. He's got a really good freaking channel, and he's talking about the conceptual motorcycle models that are created, and some are ready to go in production. Let's take a listen.
Riding advice and adjustment ideas to optimize the experience.
Ain't
one
that
called
one?
The Visor, which is a pair of glasses that span the entire field of vision and are controlled by eye movements that correlate to return active feedback about road conditions to the rider while adjusting the ride of the bike continuously, depending on the rider's driving style. It also purports to use—
That's kind of ugly, isn't it? But what it has is the digital technology, man. You're talking about heads-up displays and glasses, which that's becoming real big right now. I think some helmets even have that. But it's really freaking cool, the suspension that they have. A lot of these things, they automatically curve to the road up to 45 degrees. Now let's look at Honda's.
Rider wherever he or she goes,
Look at it following
such as
her.
moving into the garage.
It's actually
the
following her.
BMW Motorrad Vision Next 100 motorcycle is
That
the
was the
latest
BMW
incarnation of
one.
BMW's Vision Next series, which celebrates 100 years of the German brand. It is a bike that has self-balancing systems to keep it upright.
That's the
both
one we
standing
just
and in motion.
seen. I wanted to go to the
Several
Honda
systems.
one here. Let's go to the Honda. There we go.
Pounds, due primarily to the lithium-ion batteries hidden under the slick nose cone. So, while it's not exactly in the superbike club, it still stands up in the all-electric crowd.
It's bulky, if you ask me.
Honda Riding
There
Assist.
it is.
Honda is one of the pioneers of developing the
that.
new age technology for cars and
Could
bikes
do a slow
alike.
race with that one.
Recently, Honda Motorcycles
Win
unveiled a
every
unique
time.
feature for its motorcycles, the Honda Riding Assist. It is an all-electric concept motorcycle which
then, of
continually
course, it's
assesses
following
its
her.
position. Furthermore, it can also move the handlebar. Thus, it makes sure that the motorcycle always stays in an upright position. This feature is very helpful while riding the motorcycle in heavy traffic. The auto balancing function is always on, even when the rider sits on the bike. When the bike comes to a dead stop, the rider need not put their feet on the ground for balance. The motorcycle balances itself, even while riding at very low speeds. This is very useful for stop-and-go or slow-speed traffic in urban cities. Once the rider gets off the bike, it can even follow the rider wherever he or she goes.
What is it with the Asians, man? They are so much ahead of us when it comes to technology. It's just freaking embarrassing for the U.S., man. Now you have a motorcycle that actually stands on its own. It follows you around like a damn dog. You can't ask for much, more than that, man. But here's a really interesting one coming up. Let's check this out. Looks like a damn Tron
has neither
bike.
a wheel or handlebars, instead employing two levers that seem akin to those found on zero-turn ride-on lawnmowers.
That'd be dangerous.
Details of the all-electric vehicle's drivetrain are scant, but Kawasaki says the J-Concept makes use of its proprietary battery management technology and Gigacell, a high-capacity nickel-metal hydride battery.
China will never be able to ride that
Neutron
damn
bike.
thing, man.
Parker Brothers' vehicle,
that one's
named
already
the
out.
Neutron bike, puts out a top speed level of 100 miles per hour.
That's Tron
Further,
right
it
there.
uses no gas or combustion engine power. The Neutron bike runs entirely on an electric motor system. With a fully charged system running on a lithium-ion battery pack, the bike currently travels up to 80 miles. Oh, and there's no room for a passenger. The Neutron bike is a one-person vehicle only. The gas version is already pegging a price tag of at least $55,000 at retail, so market watchers expect the electric bike to hit the range a slight bit higher. Both bikes are early entries into what will likely be the template for futuristic motorcycles over the next 10 to 15 years.
Yeah, that's just too much for me there, baby. $55,000. Are you freaking crazy? That's insane. But that's kind of the concepts that we're looking at for the next generation. We already got the millennials, they're in the gas stuff. But Generation G, that's what they're looking at, man. They're looking at electronics. And again, if they get, now tell me the truth here. If they get an electronic bike that goes, say, 350, 400 miles on a charge, it takes less than, we'll say top end 6 hours to charge, go overnight, sleep in a motel, or 3 hours if they can get the infrastructure. Now, that's the one thing I agree with this administration coming in, is they want to get a charging system infrastructure put in across the United States. Not only does that help with motorcycles, but it helps with cars as well. Because, by the time they're done, now bet me on this, we're going to get back up to $4 a gallon of gas. They're already taking out the Keystone Pipeline. So electric is where to go right now. So if they can get it up to that range and get the price lower, well, I understand with the one, it's the concept, that's a concept one. But the Honda one, the one that like follows you around, it's like a little dog. Come on, buddy, come on. And you can win a hell of a slow race with that one, man. A hell of a slow race, I bet. So that one looks pretty cool. I don't like the Kawasaki one, man, because it's not, riding a bike is dangerous enough, but try to handle it as a zero turn? No. So let's go on to some more news here. Out of Fredericksburg, Virginia. Man shot by Stafford County Police after motorcycle club shooting. George Batts pointed a gun at deputies after police said he shot a man in the chest at the club Sunday morning and refused to drop his gun. 38-year-old North Carolina man remains hospitalized after being shot by Stafford County deputies after police said the man shot another person at the Tuckahoe Motorcycle Club on Sunday. George Batts, Richlands, North Carolina, was shot at by police after he pointed a gun at officers after being told repeatedly to drop his weapon. Batts was in possession of the gun in the parking lot of the motorcycle club, where police said Batts had shot a man in his 40s in the chest shortly after 10 a.m. Man, that's real early to be up, man, on a friggin' Sunday, 10 a.m., man. They must have had something going on over there. Probably a poker run or something. But they told both Batts and the victim were attending an event at the motorcycle club, which has a clubhouse in Business Park. That's one thing about clubhouses, man. Usually the best thing I'd recommend is getting into an industrial section instead of a storefront or because you can put up more security when it comes to the industrial sections. The best is to try to own it, but that rarely happens and stuff unless you put it in trust, somebody loans you, all that kind of stuff. Deputies arrived to find a man in his 40s had been shot and found Batts in the parking lot holding a gun after he failed to follow the instructions of officers to drop the gun. He pointed the gun at that was a stupid move. You don't point it at him, just drop the damn thing. Problem is with their orders, man, they like shoot first and then say drop it, man. They get all confused, man. They get that adrenaline running is what the problem is. They provided medical treatment to both men who were taken to local hospital. The one faces charges of malicious wounding and the use of a firm. A firm? What the frick is a firm? You mean a gun? And the commission of a felony. Spell check. I get it, man, when you're doing it. I get it. Now, going overseas, the highest motorcycle museum in the world went up in flames. Let's see if we can watch it a little bit here. Let's see. Anyway, by the time, this is out of rideapart.com, real good news source. By the time firefighters arrived, the entire roof was aflame. Fans of the European motoring history are reeling today after Austria's top mounting Crosspoint Motorcycle Museum suffered a catastrophic fire on January 18th. Nestled at the base of the Austrian side of the pass where Austria and Italy meet in the depths of the Alps, the museum was founded in 2016 by twin brothers Albin and Attila as a way of showing off their collections of classic iron. The museum hosted around 230 classic, mostly European bikes from the likes of Sunbeam, Bro Superior, Zundap, along with smaller collection of vintage cars, including Porsches, Ferraris, vintage American bikes like Harleys, Indians, and even Flying Merkel were part of the collection. So that's messed up, man. That is a loss to the community right there. Now, overseas to them acting a fool. Hell's Angels OMCG member charged after a vehicle and a foot pursuit. Strike Force Raptor operatives they got so many strike forces over there, it's unreal. What do you got, one for each club or something? I don't know. Charged the Hells Angels outlaw motorcycle gang member following a vehicle and foot pursuit in southwest Sydney. Just after 2:30 p.m. yesterday, which was the 18th, officers attached to the criminal group's squad Strike Force Raptor observed a white Holden Commodore traveling around the sign posted speed limit near M7 and M5. There was a brief pursuit initiated. The driver, a 31-year-old man, allegedly attempted to flee, and that's allegedly. Flee police on foot, jumping fences, and running through several backyards. The man was arrested following a brief struggle with a male senior constable at Cartwright Park and taken to Liverpool Hospital for mandatory blood and urine testing. The man, who is a Hells Angel OMCG member, was refused bail to appear at Liverpool local court. During a search of the Commodore, police allegedly located 45 grams of cannabis, which was seized. Guys, sure you didn't plant that? Because sometimes that happens. You can't, yeah. Anyway, the passenger, a 16-year-old girl, was arrested at the scene and also taken to Liverpool police. She was dealt with under the Young Offenders Act and released. What did you arrest her for? She was just a passenger. Then they go on to what Strikeforce Raptor is, and 2009 it started, blah, 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 blah. Now, there's a man, we're still over there, man. Man granted bail over attempted shooting murder of Mongols bikie Roko Kuro. And here is, let's see if I can get that to play just a little bit here. Of course, that's the way it works over there.
I think we'll go most of this year with...
Be quiet. One of the 16 men charged over the attempted hit of Mongols bikie Roka Kura will be released from custody. He was shot 4 times in a hail of bullets in Melbourne's northeast on August 1st of 2019. When he arrived for what he thought was a date with a woman he met on social media. You got to be careful about that. They crazy, and it's, you know what? Women are the first thing that somebody use to get at you. Pavia Sinta, one of several men anti-bikie police have charged over the alleged attempted murder, was granted bail. So, yeah, he was granted bail. He's believed to be a member of the Finks, and he's facing a charge of attempted murder. Sad state of affairs, man. Sad state of affairs, but you gotta watch freaking women, man. You really do.
Go over to ProudHooligan.com for all your Insane Throttle official merchandise, including our new Proud Hooligan line. ProudHooligan.com has a wide assortment of gear to make you look good on your next ride. ProudHooligan.com is the go-to for every biker when they want to look good, as well as to help the show out while doing it. Visit ProudHooligan.com now. Rock on.
Okay, we are back. Go to ProudHooligan.com. You'll get your support wear for Insane Throttle. You'll look good doing it, man. We got some good shirts over there. Proud Hooligan shirts, Motorcycle Madhouse, Insane Throttle. Everything is over there for you. Also, don't forget Discord. That's where everybody's going now, man. It's non-censored, and you guys just let loose, man, because I know a lot of people are like, man, what the hell on YouTube? You can't have any swearing on there, man. No more swearing in the comments. I hate it, but that's the way it has to work. It's their platform, Facebook as well. But you can go over to Discord, and I got the links pinned and also in the description box. Just click on that link and go ahead and set up, and you're in the server. So what do you guys think? Do you think I'm right, or do you think I'm wrong that the future of motorcycling is in the electric industry, man? I really believe this is what's happening, is over the net. I'd have to say 2035. By then, I think it'll be mostly electric. I really do. So if the manufacturers don't start to change their way, which they're starting to a little bit. You know, again, you had Harley try the live wire experiment that fell on its damn face. But you got Zero out there leading the crowd, and there's a lot of people that are giving Zero a ton of freaking good reviews, man. A ton of them. I actually ordered the motovlog setup for this summer. It's a lot easier. It's an intercom with a freaking camera built in, and it's a lot easier than the other old stuff. So I'm hoping to take that and go take a ride on a Zero. Give a review on that, or give a review on the live wire. one or the other or both. I want to start giving some reviews. Just bring something different to the channels for all our video channels, man. And, we're on every one of them. So Rumble, Odyssey, BitChute, the whole 9 yards. So I want to bring a different type of content, more than just biker news. We're going to do actual coverage of rallies, which I think everybody will enjoy. I know I will doing it. Because being in this freaking house locked up during this COVID stuff is a killer, man. Is a freaking killer. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to bring us to work with you. Man, we got a lot of people that listen to us at work on the ride and also drive wherever you have to go. We got over 400 episodes on there, so you just go and chill and have some fun, man. Don't forget, bring it to the table. This week, I don't know, man. I'm working on somebody that might come on, but we'll see what's going on there. With that, I'll talk to you guys later. You have a good one. Rock on. I'll see you over on the Hollywood and China Doll Show. Talk to you.